Good evening, good morning, hello, au revoir. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Deconstructive Thoughts with DC. And I am your host, DC. Now, so Deconstructive Thoughts is the sessions of monologues or dialogues of raw thoughts, unstudied, unbacked, just raw thoughts off the head, and I've came up with doing this because someone told me that, you should be real versed and rehearsed in a subject so you can have a platform. Well, I got news for me. I don't do well at studying too much. I look into things, but I don't do well to studying into things too much. So I was like, hey, we're gonna do raw thoughts, right? So you're more than welcome at putting your 2 cents into these dialogues, right? And if these videos do decent and they perform well with reactions, comments, and whatnot, engagement, like it's not about the numbers of the reactions and everything in these, but if we get some proper engagement in here, we'll go live on YouTube, and you can feel more than welcome to inbox me if you would like to share the stage with me on these particular subjects, so we can further discuss. Bring your notes, bring your research. This is what it's all about. It's all about starting with a raw idea and refining it and just sharing our 2 cents on things, because this is what we do nowadays. We just talk, okay? And we just need to talk more in person and communicate more in person and work on our social skills. And so today's subject is on this red raggedy couch, the red pill. The most annoying, at the same time helpful wave I've encountered in these past 10 years, as a man. So what is the red pill? If you're in between the ages of 27 and 33 or 35, maybe even close to 40, you may know what the red pill is. If you're over the age of 40 or you're under the age of 22, you may not understand totally what this red pill is. But what this red pill is pretty much a phase, so we have the matrix. We have the red pill, we have the blue pill. The red pill wake you up, the blue pill, you can stay asleep, right? So men are on this red pill phase where they think they're woke, to the ambitions of women and their manipulative ways, right? And so they're saying, take the red pill, wake up and recognize how women are using you, recognize how women are playing you, recognize this, that, and the other, and, be an alpha male, be a man, this, that, and the other, So it has dawned a pretty disturbing, phase of, it has stirred the pot for the Battle of the Sexes. So we had the Battle of the Sexes going on in the late 90s, right? And it just further stirred the pot, right? So where did this really come from? It came from the dating, it came from the dating world, and you have beta men and you have alpha men, right? And beta men are always getting played like harps by who they may call harlots, but they're just calling them out their name because they're getting played and they need some get back. And that's what I really feel like this red pill thing is all about. It started off with trying to wake up men. It started off with some astute men trying to wake up young men. But where it went wrong, right, was where men who were not actual alpha males or just stand-up men or just dominant men or leading men to persuade themselves to be delusional that, hey, I'm an alpha male and I'm putting my foot down, but they don't have the qualities of an alpha male. If you ask me, right, alpha male is simply a man who knows how to lead. He knows how to lead because he has resources. He knows how to lead because he has valuable skills, right? He knows how to lead because he has a great vast network that he knows how to use. And even if he doesn't have these things, he knows how to make nothing out of something. I mean, he knows how to make something out of nothing with those qualities, you know, and upgrading to those skills. That's what a man is to me. So down in the comments below, I want you to tell me, how do you define a man? Especially the women. I would really love to hear from the women on what do you think a man is? What do you want to see in a man? When you find yourself attracted, what is it you find yourself attracted to when it comes to seeing a man? Okay? I'm waiting. I'm gonna give you time. I'm gonna stop so you don't gotta stop the video. Good point. So, thanks for your input. Look forward to hearing from y'all. If you want that point on the stage, to share the stage with me and share your points on what you think a man is, you know, even if you just feel like arguing, DM me, message me now. Come back to the video. Let's finish our talk. But, however, you know, yeah, so a lot of men have taken this wave in the wrong way. You can take it in the wrong way by watching a video and just kind of just jumping into the deep end of calling yourself a man. I think the right way to go about becoming a man in these ages is getting yourself a mentor. You know, and for some reason, I find that the hardest thing in the world for me. I find that hard for me to find a mentor to teach me that I can kind of subject myself under and learn from. And, you know, a lot of times it's because I'm defiant. A lot of times it's because they may not share the exact same values that I have, you know, and that's just the thing. Like, no one's going to share your exact same values. I had to come to that realization that no one's going to share my exact same values. No one's going to share my exact same vision, how I want to come out to be, you know, and how they came out to be. There's always going to be some kind of contrast. And I would like to advise to anybody, if you're having a problem finding a mentor, just accept the fact that they're going to be nothing like you, but they're going to be further along than you, and they'll have something to teach you, if not nothing. Right? So find your mentor. That's the best way to get to becoming a man, especially if you can find a congregation of men. Right? You know, like, you know, different groups you can join, churches, you know, nonprofit organizations, you know, so on and so forth. You know, but the red pill wave has produced some very toxic activity, and I'm sorry, ladies. I know a lot of what you may see out here in the dating field is a big turnoff, and I apologize for them. You know, give them a break. You know, I'll just tell you where to go. Okay, go down there. Stop going to the bars. Go to the lunch spots in the lunch spots downtown, whoopty whoop or whatever, at a good break hour between, you know, probably 12 and 2. You know, where grown, resourceful men go to take a break. You know, it's just that time span right there. Go somewhere where there's good food, great atmosphere, and it's not too cheap, right? And go on and just take you a break. Take you a break, and the men are there. The men are there, and they're waiting for you to look for you. Or you can go down to a nonprofit organization, anywhere where they're volunteering. That's a great place to find, you know, a resourceful man or a young man that's just kind of mature for his age. He's volunteering, right? But going to the club at nighttime where the boys are going together where they have all the same ambition to go bag a chick and take home, you're putting yourself in the wrong atmosphere. If you're annoyed with this atmosphere, it's because you're going at the wrong time at the wrong place. You're going the wrong time at the wrong place, right? If that bar is really popping, or if that diner is really popping, or that spot is really popping at nighttime, try to see what they got going on during the daytime, where grown men take a break, go get lunch, right? Might get a little beer just to get them buzzed a little bit. And then, you know, they're on, now you're on to you. Seeing all it, I can't give y'all the full game, because you got to pay for it. The game ain't free. Anyway, but so, the right place, the right time, you'll find the right man. Do you agree or disagree, ladies? Please leave your comments down below as I kind of conjure up my next subject here. Great point. You don't say. Okay. Your words, not mine. So yeah, so that pretty much sums up the subject of this red pill thing, and it makes me want to take the blue pill, right? So I can go to sleep, because it's annoying me, you know, how it gets so toxic. Because the toxic part to me is when, I know y'all seen plenty of these videos where they're just trying to shut down women on particular points, right? And a lot of times, yeah, they could be right in a sense, but it's just the urgency to be right is just a little bit of a turnoff. You know, it's not this constructive building, you know, for the woman, you know, and I could be wrong, like, but from my perspective, it's not a constructive building for the woman. You know, it's more of like, yeah, you chose a bad apple just to call it a bad apple, right? And that makes content. I get it, but you know, it's really time to start reforming our, you know, our community again, our people again, especially you black people, especially you. I'm sick and tired of going to baby showers where there's no freaking father. Every time I go, tell me what you want. Every time I go to a Hispanic baby shower, white baby shower, the mother and the father's there. 95% of the time I go to a black baby shower, it's just her, and she's still up for free game. So that's not just shunning the woman as much as it is shunning the father too, because Big Daddy, you got to sit your behind down. You done sat there and laid it in there. You done laid it up. Sit down. If coach says sit on the bench, sit on the bench. Don't storm out. You know, you was man enough to put it in. You got to be man up, stand. Put your foot down. Like, dog. So, yeah, take your time, because I'm getting ready for the next point. Go ahead, get in there right now. Get in them comments right now, because I'm getting ready to get to the next point of this, because this is just one of the things that annoys me the most. And sometimes, if I'm just honest, sometimes I'm being hypocritical on some certain stances of it all. But I wrap it. I protect. I make sure we clear. But I will admit, it is hard staying on good terms, especially after that moment, and you kind of disappear, and you just kind of just whoop and gone. It's a little difficult, because now she knows you done dip and dip, right? But we have to be a little bit more intentional about our dating at this point, man. If we're going to restructure the black family, as a whole, we got to take our approach a little different. I understand we go out to the club, we have a little fun. But nowadays, it's like hardly anything goes on at the club. Girls on this side, guys on that side, and everybody's just looking at each other. But, however, again, take a more mature approach. Men, go volunteer. Go become a part of an organization, a group, a ministry. I don't care if it's free, man. I eat anything. Just become a part of a biker gang. I don't care. Well, good luck to the biker gangs and trail rides, because I mean that's just our city. You feel me? Like it's just everybody's just riding. Okay, we're just riding the wave. Okay, but anyway, become a part of a wholesome organization that has a wholesome intention to improve the individual that joins the group, right? I love your homeboys too, but leave your homeboys where they at. You can see them later when it's time to go, catch up. But go join a group and become a part of that, and be fully engaged. Like I go to plenty of events where I meet quality young women. There's quality young women out there. There's a lot of hope. So let me tell you myself, there's a lot of hope out there. I met a whole lot of quality young women out there that are waiting to be courted, that are waiting to be vetted, that are waiting to be bagged, that are waiting to be knocked in that ring. Okay? But you got to change your perspective first. All right? You work all day and you chill all weekend and you do no quality service. If you're not doing any quality services, you're not going to find a quality woman. All right, so that's that on that. And for the last 3 minutes, I just want to talk about, finally, we have to find the nerve to stand for our women. You done chose you a beautiful woman. What men have a problem with is that, they feel like they're dating and they bag someone, and now the reason why they can't stay committed because they feel like they're getting played all the time. They feel like they're being cheated on. They feel like she's being friendly. Then stand on it and stand in between it and regulate, sir. You know what people don't realize? People don't realize the real story between Adam and Eve. Everybody just wants to be mad at Eve for biting the freaking fruit. Everybody wants to be mad at Adam for biting the freaking fruit. But nobody really wants to understand the story. First of all, no one wants to take responsibility, because if they did it, you did it. Because if you sinned before in your life, you pretty much did it. God told you don't do this and you did it. And so, whether you realize it or not, it's a parable and you did it, right? But the real purpose, the real moral of the story has nothing to do with whether they ate it or not. The real story has to do everything with the fact that God gave Adam the role of governor. He gave him the law. He didn't give Eve the law. He gave him the law, and to uphold it. She ate it. Everything seemed fine, but she felt wiser, brought it to him, and then she realized, so she already knew something was wrong. She already probably knew that they were naked. That's how I feel. But then she brings it to Adam. Adam bites the fruit, right? And now they realize they're naked. And now they're in trouble, and now they're hiding. What Adam was supposed to do was regulate. So what does this mean? He was supposed to regulate. He was supposed to tell Eve, I don't think so. You went over there, you played with that snake, right? And now you want to do what she did. She went over there, whoop-de-whoop, and talked to that man, let that man talk to her. And now you feel like you got to either get rowdy or you got to get even, do the same thing she's doing and get petty. You're not being a man, and you're not governing your situation. You're not governing your woman. You're not governing your marriage. You must govern. You must uphold the law. That means if she's yelling and she's acting out and whoop-de-whoop, that doesn't mean you return it with acting out. That means you de-escalate the situation because God made you governor. You take it home and you talk to it and you tell it, ABC is what I don't approve of. Therefore, XYZ is how this will go on from now on. Put your foot down, be a man and govern. Leave this red pill stuff alone and learn how to actually lead. Right? This has been a challenge for me. This is why I'm telling y'all now. I'm looking at myself telling this. So it's like I know I need to hear this for myself. But understand that. Understand that it is your job to lead, it's your job to govern. Right? So make sure, you know, you're not being, you gotta get out the woman that's the problem with the red pill. They're taking the red pill, but then it's putting them in the mind frame to react like a woman. And there's nothing wrong with the woman to act. It's just that that's her job to act like that. And there's nothing wrong with the way she's acting. People make mistakes, but it's your job to govern. That's why we have to learn how to raise men. And we're not ready. And that's why we have this problem now, especially in the black community, because men have not been raising their children. If we just being blunt about it. Men haven't been raising their children, nor have their children been looking for men to raise them, and nor have they been looking for men to look up to. There's a whole lot of daddy issues going on all over the place. So what are you gonna do about it? All right, comments down below what you think about this subject. I will see y'all next week. I'll be commenting and resharing this video over and over again. I'll be making statuses on these videos. I'll be making content on these videos until we get enough hype and enough energy to see if it's time to go live behind this subject. Red Pill, it's DC, and you are on the Deconstructive Thoughts with DC. Thank you. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you.